The house had always felt a little weird. Not haunted, just off. But it wasn't until the third night alone that Dylan noticed something truly wrong. Something that changed the way he looked at his own home forever. It began with a door that wasn't there before. Dylan, 19, is home alone while his parents are on a weekend trip. He spends his night gaming, ordering takeout, and watching horror movies. Just a typical Friday. Until he pauses his game to go to the bathroom, and sees a door at the end of the hallway. A third door. There were always just 2 bedrooms. Dylan stares at the mysterious door. It looks old. Weathered. Not like the rest of the house. He checks his phone for photos from move-in day. Only 2 doors in every photo. He even pulls up the house's floor plan online. 2 bedrooms. No third room. So, what's behind it? He tries the knob. It's cold. Won't budge. No response when he knocks, so he tries to forget it. Maybe he's tired. He goes to bed. But just as he begins to drift off, a soft click echoes down the hall. Like a door unlocking itself morning. Curiosity wins. The door opens with a faint creak. Inside, a mirror image of his own room. Same layout, same bed, same posters. Except, everything's slightly off. The posters are upside down. His books are written in reverse. And on the nightstand is a photo of himself sleeping, taken last night. He takes a selfie in the strange room. When he checks the image, it's fine. But in the background, his reflection in the mirror is smiling, while he is not. He turns to the mirror. His reflection is still smiling. Then it blinks. He doesn't. He stumbles backward, panicked. As he exits, the door slams shut behind him. He turns to open it again. It's gone. Just a blank wall. That night, Dylan sets up his phone to record the hallway while he sleeps. He tells himself it was a dream. A trick of the mind. But in the morning, he checks the footage. At 3:17 a.m., the third door appears again. And a second version of him walks out of it. Looks toward the camera. Smiles. Reality feels off. His toothbrush is wet when he hasn't used it. He finds food in the fridge he didn't buy. His phone has voice memos he doesn't remember recording. In one memo, his own voice whispers, "I'm not the original anymore." He calls his friend Kyle, begs him to come over. Kyle laughs it off until he comes inside and sees the third door. "Dude, you got 3 bedrooms?" Dylan. "No, I don't." They try to open it. This time, it swings wide. But inside now, is a void. Endless black. Then, a face floats up from the dark. Dylan's face, but twisted. Pale. Eyes completely white. That night, Kyle sleeps on the couch. In the morning, he's gone. His phone lies on the floor, still recording. Dylan plays it. At 3:17 a.m., the door opens. Kyle walks in, dazed. Seconds later, a duplicate Kyle walks out and smiles at the camera. Dylan tries to leave the house, but when he opens the front door, he steps outside into the same hallway. He goes back in. Opens the garage door. Same hallway again. No matter which door he exits, he loops back. Later that day, Dylan sees movement in the mirror. His reflection. But it keeps moving even after he walks away. He walks back. The reflection tilts its head in the opposite direction, smiles, and reaches forward, tapping on the other side of the glass. The mirror cracks. Dylan hears footsteps at night. He turns and sees himself in the hallway, wearing different clothes, smiling, holding a knife. He locks himself in the bathroom. Checks his reflection. Now his reflection looks scared and trapped. Dylan makes one final decision. He waits until 3:17 a.m. The door appears. He walks through it voluntarily. Inside, a massive house with hundreds of doors. Each one leads to another version of reality. And in every one, a version of him is watching. Some wave. Some cry. Some aren't human anymore. A voice whispers from the dark. "You opened it. You crossed over. Now you choose who you become." Suddenly, dozens of other Dylans rush toward him from the halls. Weeks later, the real Dylan's parents return. Dylan greets them at the door. Polite, calm, but the family dog growls at him. In his bedroom mirror, his reflection grins, while he does not. The camera in the basement was only meant for peace of mind. It was a cheap motion detector camera hooked up to a phone app, and for 6 months, it had shown nothing but dust and stillness. Until one night, it showed a man standing completely still, facing the wall. And that was just the beginning. Emily, 23-year-old web designer, newly moved into her first home. Living alone for the first time. Her parents helped her set up cheap Wi-Fi security cameras, living room, front door, and one in the basement, which she never uses. The basement door is sealed shut from the outside with an old lock. It's unfinished, damp, creepy. She never goes down there. Days pass. Emily works from home, streams shows, feeds her cat, and ignores the basement. The house creaks sometimes, but she assumes it's settling. She checks the camera app occasionally, no motion ever detected. Until one night at 3:13 a.m. the first notification pops up. Motion detected. Basement camera. She taps the alert, half asleep. The video feed shows nothing at first. Then, from the far corner of the basement, a figure slowly steps into frame. It's a man, dirty clothes, hair covering his face, facing away from the camera, motionless. Just standing. Emily thinks it's a glitch. She replays the footage, it disappears midway. The live feed shows nothing now. She assumes it's corrupted. She double-checks the basement door. Still locked. Still sealed with a rusted chain. No way in or out from inside. Over the next few nights, the motion alerts keep coming, always around 3 a.m. each time. The figure is standing in a different spot. Always facing the wall. Never turning. Never moving on camera, only changing positions between motion alerts. She tries calling the camera company, but they can't access the archived feed, it's been wiped remotely. One night, she hears soft thumping under the floor. She puts her ear to the kitchen tiles. Thump, thump. She places her phone next to the vent. On the recording, breathing. Heavy, slow breathing. Now the basement camera app shows, live error, camera in use. When she opens the app manually, it flashes frames of her own living room, but mirrored. Her cat hisses at the basement door. She uninstalls the app, reboots the system. When it comes back, there's a new camera on the app. Labeled, bedroom 2. She only has one bedroom. Emily calls her dad, scared. He offers to come over, but she insists she's fine. Later that night, she receives a FaceTime call. No name, just incoming from basement feed. She answers. It's dark. Nothing but breathing. And then, suddenly, her own voice. Why did you let me out? Terrified, she grabs a hammer and pries open the basement lock. She descends slowly, flashlight shaking. The room is musty, cold. She finds scratches on the walls like fingernails dug into cement. A chair in the corner. Ropes on the floor. And a hole in the wall behind the boiler, a narrow tunnel freshly dug. She goes back upstairs. All lights flicker. On her phone, the app shows, basement feed. Live. Again. The figure is no longer in the basement. Instead, it's now standing at the top of the stairs in the video. But Emily is in the living room. No one's there when she looks. Until she sees herself in the feed, looking straight into the camera, smiling. But she's not smiling in real life. Now, doors open by themselves. Mirrors show someone standing behind her, though no one's there. The app now shows multiple rooms, some she's never seen before. And in one of them, a person sits at a desk, watching Emily on a screen, recording her. Emily starts seeing things she doesn't remember doing. Photos on her phone of her sleeping. Emails sent at 3:17 a.m. she didn't write. A security camera feed now shows two Emilys sleeping in the same bed, one flickers like a glitch. She calls a friend over. They explore the tunnel. At the end, a trapdoor, sealed from the other side. Her friend bangs on it. Suddenly, the camera shows a live feed from the friend's phone even though it's off. And behind them, on the feed, the figure begins crawling toward them. They flee the house, but every road leads back to her house. Every exit turns back in. The map on her phone spins endlessly. The basement door is now wide open. A voice echoes from within. Return to where you started. She's already inside. Emily checks her phone. Only one feed now. Emily Cam. She opens it. It's her. Sitting, watching the screen. She lifts her hand. The girl on screen does not. Suddenly, the girl in the feed smiles and says, "You're watching the wrong side." The screen goes black. Weeks later, the house is listed as vacant. A new family moves in. The son installs cameras, and on the first night, he gets a motion alert from the basement. He opens the app. A girl is standing in the corner, back turned, smiling faintly. When 17-year-old Ryan stays home alone during a weekend trip his parents take, he starts getting calls from his own landline number. The voice on the other end mimics his own, asking chilling questions like, "Why are you in my house?" What begins as a creepy tech glitch unravels into a disturbing spiral of mimicry, hallucinations, and a sinister entity that seems to know everything about him, because it is him. As reality frays, Ryan discovers that he's not home alone. He never was. Ryan's parents are off to a cabin for the weekend. It's Friday night. He orders pizza, plays Xbox, and lounges around. The suburban house is quiet, the sort of silence that becomes unnerving when you realize there's no one else home. Home alone for the first time in years. Nothing but junk food, movies, and freedom. The landline rings. Ryan almost ignores it. No one ever calls the landline. He picks up. A voice says, "Hello." He replies, "Who's this?" The voice responds, "Who's this?" They repeat each other, word for word. Same tone, same pitch. Ryan hangs up, a bit weirded out. Assumes it was a prank. Ryan checks the landline's caller ID. Call from home. His own number. He calls back. Busy tone. Then silence. Later that night, it rings again. He answers. The voice says, "Why are you in my house?" "This is my house." "No, this is my house. You're in my place." Then, it laughs in his exact voice. Ryan tries to shake it off, brushes his teeth before bed. In the bathroom mirror, he sees his reflection move a split second out of sync. A delayed blink. He leans forward. So does the reflection, but too late. Then the mirror glitches, like static. Ryan's cat, Luna, hisses at something behind the TV stand and won't stop staring at corners. She starts avoiding Ryan, hiding under furniture when he enters the room. On Saturday, he finds voicemails from the landline on his cell. Recordings of himself, talking to nobody. One voicemail is a conversation he never had, but it's his voice. "What are you doing in the basement?" Silence. Then the same voice responds, "I live here." Every clock in the house freezes at 3:33 a.m. The power flickers. The landline rings, again. "You should have left. I gave you time." Time for what? Time to run. At 4 a.m., Ryan hears slow, deliberate footsteps above his room. But no one is home. He grabs a baseball bat and checks. Nothing. Except, his bedroom door is now locked from the outside. The TV turns on by itself. Footage plays of him sleeping, viewed from the foot of his bed. His phone lights up. New text. "Nice haircut. He just cut his hair yesterday." No one knew. He opens the basement door. It's pitch black. At the bottom of the stairs, he hears breathing. Then, his own voice whispers, "Come down, Ryan." Ryan tries a video call with his friend. On camera, Ryan sees another version of himself in the background of the frame, standing in the hallway behind him, unmoving. The friend screams, "WHO, is that behind you?" He turns. No one is there. Ryan's phone is reset. All photos are replaced with photos of him, but not ones he's taken. Different angles. While sleeping. Even one from the shower. He opens a photo. It changes. His face distorts into something unrecognizable. His smile curls upward, too wide. He smashes every mirror in the house, but his reflection still talks to him. "You're the echo, not me. I'm real. You're the copy. You stole my life." Sunday night. The parents come back, but they don't recognize him. "Who are you? What do you mean?" "It's me, Ryan." His mom backs away. "Our son is gone. He vanished Friday." They show him security footage of himself leaving the house 2 days ago, and never returning. The landline rings one last time. Ryan answers. The voice speaks. "You were fun to watch. But now it's time." "For what?" "To switch." The lights cut out. A loud bang upstairs. Next morning, the house is normal again. Ryan sits at the table, smiling calmly. He looks in the mirror. His reflection now perfectly in sync. His cat won't stop hissing. His phone receives a new message. "Why are you in my house?"